Hi, stream. Hello, hello. How is everybody? Oh, my model's not turned on. Oops, I forgot. Ugh, come here. It doesn't want to move. There we go. Hi. I'm so big on the screen. Wait, let me make myself smaller. Big jelly. Big jelly. Good morning. Good morning, Grell. Good morning, Hirsch. Oh, I pressed buttons in my chat. I'm torn between supporting Fish and running away from the freaky people in his chat. Wait, what? What? What's happening? Who's freaky? Hi, Citrus. Hello, hello. I am a cutie. No. So I wrote down like a ton of things for us to talk about on stream. I have a whole list here and it's really long. Just random things to yap about. So, theoretically speaking, I should be able to yap for a while. Wow, 94%. That's crazy. That's a lot. Ooh, and you're lucky. 90 is for two. That's crazy. This freaky. Wait, what? How is it? Well, I guess that is kind of freaky. I got a roll for today. Good luck, Citrus. So, um, first thing I have on here, I wanted to talk to chat about how everybody feels about like food crimes. What's your worst food crime? The one that I like have seen that's the worst is I used to work in Boise for like it was like a tech company. I worked in the kitchen, and one of my coworkers, um, like we had apple pie that we were gonna bring home because there was just so much left over after dinner service, and he wanted to put cheddar on it, like cheese, like straight up cheese on his apple pie. It seemed really gross. I never tried it, but I was like that doesn't seem good. And like apparently it was the first time that he was eating it, and he said it wasn't very good. Still better than yesterday. Still bad though. Well, I mean, take what you can get, right? Oh, here's got a lot of cute points too. Wow. You seem to think me putting pulled pork in my ramen was pretty bad. Yeah, it is. It is. That's gross. That's nasty. I'm so done with this shit in chat. Oh my lord, I'm so unlucky. I don't know what to tell you, Citrus. It's not like it was drenched in barbecue sauce. Well, yeah, that's true, but still, like, I don't know. Pork just doesn't seem like it should be in ramen to me. Or maybe it's the being pulled that like makes it taste gross or sound gross. Wait, I'm saving it for D&D Trust. I believe. I believe. Your D&D session tomorrow will be much better than yesterday or last week's. But pork belly goes so well with ramen. Ugh. I don't really care for pork. Maybe that's my problem. um, do you guys put cereal in before or after milk? I feel like everybody asks that question, but I'm curious about everyone in chat. What do you guys do? Oh, Spaz is walking across my camera again. There we go. That shit pissed me off this week. I'm so sorry. I don't know what to tell you. It was crazy because not only were your rolls bad, but my rolls were really good, specifically when they were against you. Well, for most of the time anyway. Grail picks your game. What did Grail do? um, Also, is it just me or is it like every time that I order something online, like if I order something from Amazon or whatever, um every time I like religiously come back and check it every 5 seconds. I'm like, oh, well, surely there'll be an update now that it's been 5 minutes tops. I still can't hit PP power. He rigged it. I can feel it. I don't care. Make me stronger. What? Being immortal is like a really good superpower. So take what you can get, man. Um, although when I do order a bunch of stuff from Amazon, I forget what I got. I get like a whole bunch of stuff. Like I mean, if I get a whole bunch of stuff, like if I get like several things, then I'll forget what I'm getting and I'll be like, "Oh, the Amazon fairy is here. What did I get this time?" Bro, why are you so adorable? What did I do? I didn't do anything. It's okay. I have something lined up for next session. Citrus, are you excited to get more powerful, probably? Being immortal is fun until all of you die and PP Pal is depressed. Does that mean PP Pal cares about us? Wait. Does PP Pal care about his their party? Erm? If PP Pal cares, yes. Ooh. Cotton 4K. Literally. PP Pal cares like Mama Susan cares. um, I also wrote something about K and Y, which is Kimetsu no Yaiba. I don't know if anybody's watched it. It's Demon Slayer. Um, but I like it a lot. My favorite is Muichiro. Um, I stop. This is metagaming. Strike temp down. How is this metagaming? What did I do? I didn't do anything with temperance. Yeah, it's good. I used to love KNY. Exactly. It's so good. I love it. I love it. I love it. I used to be like really into it. Like, me and my friend would like rewatch it regularly. It's so good. It's so good. I love it. I care so much about every character. Uh, except for Sanemi. Nobody can make me care for Sanemi. He's ugly, and that's all I care about in a character. That's not true. That's not true. Clear the record. That's not true. Dude, the Mugen Train arc killed me. Dude, me too, because the guy, I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody who hasn't watched it, but the guy, the guy, he made me very sad because I liked him a lot. He was like one of my favorites. So yeah, no, I feel that. I feel that completely. It was crazy. The entertainment district was fire. It was so good. That was crazy. Like, oh, it just like it felt like everybody was like on a stealth mission, like being ninjas or whatever. And it was just so good. I don't know, the vibes were immaculate. How are you? I'm good, Naruto. How are you? Hi, how are you? I gotta play more League here soon. I've been neglecting my league skills for a couple days. I haven't been playing it as much as I should. Did you get some rest? That's a good question. Did you? You should. Oh my God, thank you for the 40 bits. I appreciate that lots. Thank you. If you, even with just one bit, or I think it's actually five, you can like do text to speech if you want to for the future. I like Kigaku. I can't spell the person. It's the person Zenitsu trained with. Um, oh, like the old grandpa guy. I didn't know he had a name. Gyutaro and Tengen. Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like Tengen like really resonates with your vibe. Tengen's cool. I like him. I like everybody pretty much. Naruto and I played yesterday. Ooh, how did you do? No, not Zenitsu's trainer. Oh, the evil guy. Okay, I remember now. I totally forgot his name. Yes, I took the rest. Yay! Wait, what are you taking the rest of? Yeah, oh yeah. I gotcha. That makes sense. But yeah, I liked Kimetsu no Yaiba a lot. I call it that instead of Demon Slayer because like ever since I was a kid, my sister was into anime and like she would always call things by the Japanese name. So I would always call things by the Japanese name when she got me into anime. So like most things that I know the Japanese name for, I'll say it that way. It was so stressful. Wait, what? What was stressful? Wait, what do you mean about me and Tengen rude? No, 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 I don't mean it in a rude way. I just mean like Tengen is very flamboyant and very out there. He's doing a lot of stuff right in your face, and everything he does is so flashy and cool, and that just seems like it suits you. Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah. You get it. I try exactly. Good morning, Ragnarok. How are you? How did you sleep? Did you sleep? Because that's really the overarching question for you. I know how you are. um, I was thinking earlier about how this is like completely random, but I used to like I used to have to go. I had AP history in high school, and my teacher would never actually like uh wait, hang on, I'm closing things. I can only press one thing at a time, and then my brain does dial up noises. Um, my teacher would like every time he did his quizzes, all of his answers would be straight from Quizlet online, but he wouldn't give the answer to any of his questions during the class. So you kind of just had to guess. So I cheated every test and got 100 every test after the first one because I was like, oh, I see. These are impossible if you just like do the class like you're supposed to. Um, Mr. Marco, if you're out there, you don't hear anything. I will come later. I have some work. Okay, no worries, Naruto. Thank you for stopping by. I'm gonna make you eat a lemon if you ain't sleep, my friend. For real. Unfortunately, I did sleep some. That's not unfortunate. You need to sleep. You need to sleep more. Like 3.5 hours. Okay. Well, I mean, it's better than nothing. More than me is great. Citrus, you got to sleep tonight so you're ready for D&D tomorrow. Um, but yeah, one time I was cheating on my test, and the guy next to me was not cheating on his, and he got like a 40 or 60 or something after the test came back. Get back in a bit, have a team meeting. Okay, no worries, Grell. Thank you for stopping by. Have fun at work. I have fun stuff planned for tomorrow, so you need to be arrested. Ooh, that's exciting. But this guy, like he glared at me because I had been out of school for the past 2 weeks. Uh, and so when I came back, I'm cheating on my test first day that I'm back. And he is like, you should not cheat. You should like do this normally. And like the teacher gives me my test and it's 100. And he's like, it's crazy that you've been gone for 2 weeks and you came back and got 100. Good job. It was so funny. But he never caught me. He just like sat at his desk the whole time that I was like doing tests. So he never like walked forward and noticed. Um it was funny to me. Okay, I was just up because I was watching my wallpaper of Duck. I'm sorry. You don't have to apologize, but you do need to sleep. You can go to sleep right now if you want. um oh, another thing I wrote is that there was this Uh, some context. I used to work at Domino's, right? Same Domino's, pizza place. Yeah, whatever. I was I'm still duck watching, bird watching. Yeah. I gotcha. But you should sleep here soon. But I was a delivery driver, so met lots of new people all around town. Um, I drove to one of my people that I like was delivering to, and he was like, "Oh, you're really cute. Can I get your number?" And I was like, "I don't know you like that." But at the time, this was long before I started streaming. I was like not able to say no yet to anybody. It was really, really, really hard for me to say no at any point. So I just was like, well, okay. And I gave him my number, and then I immediately, I didn't give him my number. He asked for me to put his number in my phone. So I gave it to him, yeah, I let him put it in there, and then I immediately deleted it. Um, and I never thought anything more of it. I never delivered to his house again or anything like that. But after this, I ended up working at a Taco Bell on the Air Force Base, so I was getting paid pretty well, pretty good money. I think it was like $19 an hour. But I left because I couldn't keep up with the speed of everything. But um, during this point, this guy like calls me out from um working at the Taco Bell. So I go over there. I'm like, okay, hello. What do you need? And he's like, you're really cute. Can I put my number in your phone? And I was like, okay. And so once again, I gave him my phone and he puts it in there. And then I immediately delete it again. And he's like, you look familiar. And I was like, wait, what? How do I look familiar? And then I thought about it and I was like, this is the same fucking guy. This is the same guy. He's haunting me. It's the same guy. Yeah, that was crazy to me. I don't know. I don't even like even now. I don't know how I would react again. Good God, fish! What? What do you want me to do about it? You have unwanted race, literally, literally. Like I'm glad I'm like charismatic because I love streaming and that's like a big part of being streaming, but or being a streamer, but also like it's so weird because my entire like life before before streaming especially, I pretty much was never hit on or anything like that, and nobody ever flirted with me. I had like dated a couple people, but like only after I got to know them for like a really long time. Or may I have some? Of course, citrus, you can have all of it. um but like I don't know, since starting to stream, like I feel like I've gotten a lot more popular and a lot more charismatic than I was before. Let's go. I believe in you. I believe in you, fruit. Speaking of like crazy work stories, back at this place I worked at more recently, it wasn't like um my brain just died. It wasn't Taco Bell. It was like a direct support professional is what I was doing. Basically, what that means is I help like uh, disabled, like mentally disabled adults, or sometimes physically disabled too. And I help them like learn social skills, learn how to handle things like life skills, learn how to handle their budget or like, you know, just things that they would need to know, so that hopefully one day they can have a job and go to work and like drive and live on their own or live with a roommate or whatever. The hope is that one day they will be like self-sufficient. Um, it's easier said than done. It is a long process. But during this time, I'm also a mentally disabled adult oftentimes. What do you mean oftentimes? It's kind of you are or you aren't. But during this, my boss, my manager, she was like an older lady, probably around 40, 50. Now I'm special. What do you mean? Uh, she was like talking about how apparently um, she she came from like a wealthy family, not like recent wealthy family, but like before that, her family was wealthy. And she was talking about how apparently her family was the Kraft family. Like her grandma was in the Kraft family, but they wanted to arrange a marriage from between her and someone else. I don't know who, and she didn't want that. She decided to elope. And because she didn't want to do their arranged marriage, they disowned her. So she lost all of that fortune, and she's like talking about how like she could have been set for life and stuff like that. And I'm like, God, if I was in a wealthy family, I would not want it to be the Kraft family of all ones. But like, I mean, if you can have generational wealth, why not? um, but also, you're saying quote unquote adult. That's you're an adult, Citrus. Although I remember, I actually don't really remember being a kid. I have a very bad memory. But like especially for things that were like more than a year ago ish, I can't remember shit. My memory is so bad. But I was like also like a one of those kids that don't really pay attention a lot because I was super sheltered. I say quote unquote adult because I act like a child, I've been told. Yeah, about that. I don't know how to tell you this, Citrus, but it's accurate. It's accurate. What you know what I'm saying. But no lies. Citrus, you know the truth. Ow! I just bit the inside of my mouth. Ow, that hurt. Um, but I was one of those kids who I gamed a lot, and then I didn't do much else because my mom wouldn't let me outside. She wouldn't really let me like go to friends' houses or go even to like school events. I wasn't really allowed to go. I remember I took band in middle school and high school, but by high school I was already out of my mom's house. Um, and I remember there was specifically one event where like we were supposed to we were supposed to like she was supposed to take me for like a recital before the performance. So like we were like essentially promoting band practice, band class to elementary school students. Because like that was like the idea was that we were supposed to go there, go to these elementary schools that were around us, and we were supposed to perform so that they could like decide whether or not when they got to middle school they would do band, they would like play an instrument, do whatever. And she didn't take me, so I wasn't allowed to perform. And I was so mad. At some point she wouldn't take me home after a practice, like an after school practice, one of these I think where I was at the elementary school, and she my band teacher had to drive me home because she would not take me back home. Like my when I say that my mom was crazy, like I mean she was crazy. Ads are starting in about a minute. I'm gonna snooze those again. I snoozed them a minute ago, but it's fine. Um, but yeah, I my mom was crazy, crazy. But I played a lot of video games. My dad was super into video games my whole life. He still is. So he like taught me to play more games, play certain games that he played and whatever. Thank you for the hydrate. Let me drink my stuff. I'm not. And thank you for the posture check. But yeah, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, games. Stop lying. No, I'm telling the truth. Don't spray me. God, I'm not a cat. I'm a fish VTuber. You can't spray me. I'm not a cat. But I played lots of games. I played a lot of Zelda. I played pretty much every Zelda. I'm not sure. I'm not sure which Zeldas I didn't play. I forgot. I forgot. No. No. Why would you do this? Why have you done this? Why have you done this? Okay. Wait. We're gonna look really fast. We're gonna see which Zelda I haven't played because I completely forgot. Oh my god, there's so many. I didn't play any of the spin-offs. I pretty much like specifically kept myself to the main series games. So there's the original. I almost beat that one, but then my GameCube broke. So I never finished it, but I did play it. I played a little bit of Zelda 2, not very much. That's the one that I haven't like finished much of. Um, I finished Link to the Past. I finished Link's Awakening. I finished Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Oracle of Ages, Oracle of Seasons. I did not play Four Swords because I could not, for the life of me, get. I was not able to play Four Swords. Like, it's even on the Switch. Like, there's like an emulator that will like let you play on the Switch, and it will still won't let me play it. It's like only Minish Cap that it'll let me play, which I need to play that because I haven't finished Minish Cap. Um, I replayed Wind Waker like 8 times. I did not play Four Swords Adventures either. Um, I played Minish Cap, but I didn't finish it. I've replayed Twilight Princess a couple times too. I finished Phantom Hourglass. I almost finished Spirit Tracks. This story makes me so mad even now. But I had Spirit Tracks on my 3DS, or was it a regular DS? I don't remember. Whichever one it came out on. And I was playing it in my room, and my mom called me for dinner. So I went out and I went to go eat dinner, and I left my DS thingy in my room. And when I came back, my little sister was like pressing buttons on it. She didn't know how to read yet. She was just pressing buttons to press buttons because she loved messing with my stuff. And I told her to move and give me the DS back, and she fucking deleted my save file. And I was one room away from the final boss. I was so mad. I was so mad. So, because of that, I have never come back to Spirit Tracks. I refuse to play it ever again because it made me so mad. I I too also can't do the reading thing. Well, she was like 4 at this point, so she at least had an excuse. But I was so mad. I was so mad. So I've played Skyward Sword quite a few times as well. I have it on my Switch, but I never played too much into it. I think I'm like before the Forest Temple on it. Like I haven't gotten far at all. Okay, ads are coming again, and this time I'm not going to snooze them because it does not let me snooze very many times. It's like per stream, so I don't want to like use up all my snoozes right now. But I will see you guys in 3 minutes. For those who are not subscribed, I'm also 4, trust me. Citrus, we've been new bitter. You are old. Um, I played A Link Between Worlds. I played a little bit of Triforce Heroes. I played like a good chunk of it, and I was like, this kind of sucks. I'm a young spurt. I'm older than both of you. I'm sure that you are, Ragnarok. You're probably older than both of us put together. I played Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, and I've sort of gotten a little into Echoes of Wisdom. I haven't finished it, so maybe we can play that on stream at some point. I have actually only played 2 Zelda games. Really? I've played so many. I played so many. It was like my favorite game series as a kid. It's still probably my favorite game series, but not my favorite game. Um, at least as far as I can think. I think so. Although there are a couple that are pretty near and dear to me. Um, oh, whoops. There we go. But I was pretty attached to them as a kid. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, they are so totally different from the entire rest of the main series. So if you haven't played a Zelda game, I would definitely recommend that you play at least one that's like earlier in the series, because Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are like open world games. They are really, really fun. And I feel like they do like probably appeal to you more as somebody who likes Assassin's Creed and Subnautica and stuff like that. But the earlier Zelda games are also really cool. And they have like a different feel to them. So if you haven't, I would definitely recommend at least trying them. Um, Even if you need help with the puzzles, then like it's still super fun. I've thought about getting Majora's Mask or Twilight Princess. They're so good. They're so good. Majora's Mask is super, super fun. Majora's Mask is one of my favorites, and Twilight Princess is also one of my favorites, but a little bit less. Actually, no, they're about the same spot. I know that I'm not older than the two of you combined. Yeah, I was joking. I was making fun of you, Ragnarok. But yeah, for sure. Majora's Mask is also a little bit different than the rest of the series, but not as dramatically as Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. It has like a clock system that it runs on. The entirety of the game is within the same 3 days that you keep repeating. This isn't a spoiler; it's right at the beginning. Um, and like which one is the darkest out of all of them? I would say Majora's Mask. Twilight Princess is the most realistic. Majora's Mask is the darkest. Definitely. But Majora's Mask has that like clock system, and like within these 3 days, everything that happens like happens at the same time within those 3 days when you repeat the thing. So once you start playing it more and you start like getting used to the time system, it becomes way easier. But it's like difficult to get used to at the beginning. But the other games don't have that kind of limitation on what you're doing. The remake for it is on 3DS. I have that actually. I was playing it not too long ago. But um, if you haven't played any Zelda game, then I would definitely recommend playing the remake over the original, because it like it's exactly the same game except things are slightly easier, like quality of life wise. And also it just looks better. But come on, there we go. If you're a dirty pirate like me, well, actually, I shouldn't say anything because Twitch will ban me. But um, there, DM me and I can help you find cost efficient ways to play Majora's Mask. Remake on Twilight Princess, you said? No, well, Twilight Princess also has a remake, but I haven't played it, so I can't really tell you anything about that one. So they both have remakes. They're definitely different, like stuff that you would have to do to like play the remakes. But definitely. If you like Majora's Mask or Twilight Princess, whichever one you play first, then definitely try the other one. Those two are like probably the most similar in terms of storytelling darkness. Ocarina of Time is really good, but people like it so much because it's like nostalgic. It's everyone's first Zelda game because that's when it really blew up as a series. So definitely give it a try. Give them all a try. I think I have access to them via the retro gaming on the Switch. Oh yeah. I forgot about that one. I don't think Twilight Princess is on it, but I do believe that Majora's Mask is. The original one is. Um, I was just about to ask about that one. Yeah, Ocarina of Time is super good. But it's a really long one. It's a bit more of a complete game than Majora's Mask is. Majora's Mask is a little shorter, and there's more to do in Ocarina of Time. Majora's Mask is also, well, no, that's not true. They have about the same amount of things to do, but like the main story is just longer. There's so many dungeons you have to go through in Ocarina of Time. But like both are super good. Majora's Mask is like a sequel to Ocarina of Time, but they don't super tie in with each other unless you really care about the lore of Zelda, which is not the selling point really. Um, as far as like the timelines and whatever, the timelines are really complicated and confusing, and you can't figure them out unless you look it up. Um, but like definitely, if you like whatever Zelda game you play first, then Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and in my opinion, Twilight Princess are must plays. Link to the Past is really good too. Link Between Worlds is like a sequel to Link of the Past that came like way later. Um, and I think that's pretty much it as far as which ones are good, which ones like you should be playing. Um, Grell is an absolute expert on the lore. He can help explain it if I need. Yeah. I didn't know Grell played a lot of Zelda games. I love Zelda games. Zelda was like my shit as a kid. I was obsessed. Um, but yeah, I really liked Zelda. It used to be my favorite game. Now it's probably changed. Although I'm not sure exactly to what. He's the first one memorized and speedruns that shit. Wait, really? That's that's crazy is what I'm trying to say. Holy shit, Grell knows and has done everything fucking damn. Literally, I mean, I guess he's had like twice our years. So if you have twice as many age numbers, then maybe you have lots of time to play whatever or do whatever. I didn't know he speedrun that. That's cool. There's not like, as far as I remember, there's not a whole lot to do in the original Zelda, so like it's not difficult to speedrun. As far as I remember, you don't have to like do a whole bunch of glitches. But like the Zelda speedrun community, like the runs, the way that they like do everything so intelligently, dude, it's so cool. I love watching like Zelda speedruns. Like I used to watch them during work because I had nothing better to do. And I literally like I would watch them the entire shift. Like I would watch the Skyward Sword ones especially because they just were so cool to me. Doing all these cool glitches that I had no idea existed and all that. And every time that I go and watch it again, they've changed things. They've made them like more efficient. It's really cool. He's old enough to be your he's old enough to be my grandpa. No, not exactly. I think he's old enough to be your dad, such as not Gramps. Yeah, still old as fuck. He's pretty old. Grail, if you hear this, you're old. Ragnarok, if you hear this, you're old. But Grail min-maxes literally everything he does. He's super good at it and has a really good memory, so he can make shit happen really easily. Yeah, true, true. Grail is really, really, really good at that. I feel fucking old today. That's funny. But yeah, Grail is super smart, super smart. It's crazy. It's so like astonishing to watch. He's really cool. I look up to him a lot. He's good at things that I am not good at, which is a lot of things. So, what's everyone's favorite anime? I don't know what your favorite is, Ragnarok, or Citrus for that matter. I want to grow up to be like Grail. Me too. I want to grow up to be a functioning adult. Grandpa, hi here. Hirsch, if I can speak correctly without hiccuping. Well, it wasn't really a hiccup. It was like a cross between a burp and a hiccup. I don't know how to explain it. Like my throat just seized up for a second. It was weird. I'm sore literally everywhere. I've been moving and have been moving, having to move most of the heavy shit by myself, and I got sunburned in the process. Hopefully, it's not too bad as far as the sunburn. I'm sorry though. Um, is it like a good move? Are you moving to a better place, or are you like, is this bad? I know you've been like struggling monetarily, but favorite anime? Damn, I don't have one. I love a lot of anime that I love. What's your favorites then? What are your top five? We'll go with that. My favorite is Pandora Hearts. I mean, I talked about this on my other stream, but Pandora Hearts, Madoka, and another one I can't remember. I forgot. There was one more that I can't remember that was on my top three. It's going to be super stressful. I gotcha. I'm sorry. I hope that things look up for you soon here. Um, Pandora Hearts, Madoka. And then it was another one that was like super sad or super bittersweet or something like that, and I can't remember which one it was. Um, Whatever. It doesn't matter. I can't remember. My dog shit memory, my fucking monkey brain. um, but Pandora Hearts is super nostalgic for me. It was like the first, well, it wasn't the first anime. It was one of the first animes that I ever watched. And then I read the manga, and back then it was like in a really, really dark spot, and it was super intense and super sad. And like it shaped the way that I started liking anime. Like it literally shaped my whole view on anime. It was crazy. My favorite anime is Haibane Renmei. I don't know what that is. Let me look that up. Wait, let's look. Haibane Renmei. Oh, looks interesting. Light-hearted, simple, easygoing anime. This is not it. That's funny. That's funny. Wait, okay. Do we want to watch this as a community at some point? Like Discord night with watching anime? Because I also want to watch Madoka in a Discord like group. I'm now living with my folks again, so me and my son are crammed into a small room. Then there's the fact that I'm living with my mom, who is super nosy, super religious, and super mother hen like. She drives me nuts. My door doesn't actually close either, like the doorknob doesn't ever latch, so they can just push my door open anytime they want and won't let me put a lock on it. Why will they not let you put a lock on it? You're not 12. You're not a teenager that like refuses to tell your parents anything. That's crazy. I'm so sorry. But I mean, at least it's like less financial stress on you right now, especially. I hope things look up for you. I really do. Well, Rock, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's how I'm thinking too. But I started watching anime when I was like I want to say like 9 or 10-ish, maybe 11. I don't remember the exact age, but my sister started me on her manga, which was I'm trying to remember, like Chrono Crusade, I think it was called. And I think I've only ever met one other person who's like read it or watched it. The anime and the manga are like completely different. So if any of you watch it, uh, watch both, do both because they are completely different stories. Um, but like it was super interesting to me because like I was never like super religious, and that manga slash anime is like based around Christianity. It's not like a religious thing, but it's um it's not putting Christianity in your mind, but it's like working around like the universe of Christianity's beliefs being real. um I don't know how to explain that, but you get it. And like, I don't know, it was super weird. I remember it being super strange. And then I think Pandora Hearts was the second manga that I ever read, or the second anime or something like that. It was somewhere around there. It was definitely one of the first. But I don't remember anything else about what my life was like back then. It was weird. It was a weird manga slash show. Um, Back then I used to draw a lot. I had like a DeviantArt full of like really old pictures that I drew forever ago. Wait. I'll show you guys. Wait. We're gonna look at old DeviantArt photos. Oh, I did not put it in correctly. Mm, Dude, it was. Oh, some of these are crazy though. Some of the art on DeviantArt is actually really good, but like most of it is just weird shit. Um, oh, I spelled it wrong. Oh, I spelled it wrong again. Um, no, that's not it. I don't remember. Wait, we can just do it this way. Close. Oh, um, there we are. Here's my old shit. Wait, this one is actually pretty good. That's pretty good, actually. That was forever ago. These are all forever ago. Oh my God, these are old. These are from when I was like, I think middle school or early high school or something like that. As for top five anime, One Piece, My Bride is a Mermaid, Demon Slayer, Inuyasha, and I can't really think of a fifth. I have a lot more that I really love. Interesting. I think you would really like Pandora Hearts because you like when things get dark, and Pandora Hearts is super dark. Um, but you would have to read the manga because the anime only gets like a third of the way through it. One Piece. You can color better than me. I cannot color. Also, this is really old stuff. I couldn't color back here any either. This one was good. The rest were not. Um, but yeah, I didn't have a whole lot to show on my DeviantArt. I had like an older one that I like deleted forever, like before I made that one, and that one was forever ago, so it was like really forever ago. But it was not. I didn't do a whole lot with it. Wait, this is so cute. That's so cute. Is this a video? Can you do videos on here? Oh, it's a GIF. Okay. This is so real. This is so real. That's so real. But yeah, I feel like I did a lot of like anime early on, and then I never like watched many of them after I actually was old enough to watch whatever I wanted, before after my parents would like get on me for whatever I watched. My parents were super strict about weird things, like really weird things. Um, speaking of art, I don't know if everybody remembers, but I am the one who made my VTuber design. I like the color palette a lot. I feel like on my future ones I should probably do like regular toned skin because having pink skin makes every asset ever unusable. Like VTuber assets are like you can like have your model hold things or whatever. And like a lot of times they'll have arms or on them or like I don't know, whatever on them and you can't use a different skin tone arm because it's gonna look ugly. It's gonna be obvious that it's not your model. And like, I don't know, it would be nice to like be able to use some arms, some assets that are like free. Because there are a lot of ones out there that would be really nice to have, like like having like a little plate of sushi or whatever, you know. Um, I think it would be fun. But my arms are really detailed anyway. I don't know if you guys have seen them. Um, let me show you. Let me show you. Like no asset has all that. Fish, yeah, fish. I have a lot of detail on them, and nobody ever has those. Sushi is cannibalism. Oh well, mochi, whatever. It was like it was an example, but yeah, it's tough. Wait, I gotta move this to the right more. There we go. Um, yeah, I don't know. I feel like hey, sorry everyone, but I have to get going. I have a lot more moving to do, and apparently the appraisers are going to be there now instead of later, like they said. I don't know what TTFN means, but thank you, Rag, for stopping by. Have fun. Good luck. Good luck with your move. I hope it's not so terrible anymore for you. Um, but yeah, I wait, let me put things in the right order on here. There we go. um, but yeah, I want to learn Live 2D, which is like the program that makes models move. So like, I'm gonna actually move my model a little more to the right before I forget. Oh wait, I see. Wait, hang on. Wait. Okay, there we go. I need to log into Steam too because I completely forgot to do that earlier. So it's been having the little Steam login button sitting there the whole time. Wait, can I spell my password correctly, please? I have a really long password that I've been using for a long time. There we go. There we go. There we are. But yeah, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, I wanted to learn Life 2D. It's like a it's like the thing that you use to rig models. So like the way that my model moves is because it's rigged to move that way if I move on the screen or on the camera. So like I want to learn how to do that because it's really if you're good at it, then it's really lucrative. But also like hard. It looks really hard. Mm, there we are. Um, it like I don't know. It looks super difficult. Um, Wait, I want to watch videos on live 2D. I'm curious now. I'm curious how difficult it is. Wait, let me move everything in place. It's falling. There we are. Live 2D. Is it cubism? What is cubism? I think that's a different version of the product or the what's it called? Program. That's the word. Wait, okay, what is this?
I learned Live 2D in a single day, and you can too. Why would I want to learn Live
Wait,
2D
it
in
looks
24 hours?
really good.
Well,
Wait.
that's because the other day when I went to
Well,
rig my brand new
I mean,
VTuber model, I opened up my
it does look good, but like the mouse is like struggling a little bit, so you can tell that she hasn't had a lot of practice. Because like if you look at my mouth, like the way that I say or the way that I move my mouth is like totally different for the different syllables that I'm saying. Um and if you don't spend a lot of time rigging your mouth correctly, then it'll just be in the same position like this one is.
my Live 2D Cubism program and saw this. So now I only have 24 hours left to rig my brand new model. But isn't Live 2D hard? Doesn't it take months to do a full body rig? That's why I'm paying thousands of dollars for professionals to rig my VTuber model instead, right? Well, I used to think that too
It's
until I got a
expensive.
message from
It's very
Colossal
expensive.
asking if I'd like to take their Live 2D course for free. It's only 13 hours
Ooh,
long in runtime,
wait.
taught by Kutata, a Live 2D modeling professional, which means that I should be able to learn Live
Ooh.
2D in 24 hours or less. So with
24
that being
hours is
said,
very
how hard can Live
fast.
2D really be?
Though that's ballsy.
So the first
That's
thing I
very
had to
ballsy.
do was set up my PSD, and right after watching Kutata's first video in this Live 2D course, I realized that my PSD was not set up for rigging. Basically, I had to rely
Yeah,
on
I mean, I
something
could have
named my
guessed that.
layers and do some minor cutting, but thankfully Kutata provided me with 2 examples for basic
Mm-hmm,
and advanced
mm-hmm.
layer cutting for your PSD. I decided to download the basic one because I didn't want to spend too much time focusing on a highly detailed model and just getting the
It
minimum.
does look like a very basic model. Like it doesn't have like a whole lot of detail to it, like this model has, for example. This one has like a lot more shading and a lot more like high-tech coloring and stuff like that. So
amount done took me 3 hours to do so. Thankfully, my artist was kind enough to send me an updated version of my PSD, which helped me work on it a lot faster. But I didn't realize how
yay.
important and time-consuming it is just to have to set up and cut the art properly. Like, man, this 24-hour challenge is not going
And
as
it
planned,
just
and I
started.
haven't even loaded the Live2D program yet. Now, you might be wondering, Mari, why is it such a big deal if you lose the pro trial of Cubism? And that's because the free version of Live 2D Cubism really limits your ability and what you can do for rigging. Besides,
Oh,
I've always
I didn't even know that. I don't
you can do some
know that much about
really
it.
cool things with it. And I have some
Oh, that is
creative
cool.
ideas for different types of content that would be a lot easier for me to do if I knew how to rig VTuber models. Duh. Also, I had this pro trial for 42 days and I didn't do anything with it. I literally felt like I wasted a lot of time, and this seems like a fun challenge to finally start learning.
Those are pretty models though.
For Live 2D, I have attempted to learn Live 2D before, and I wasn't the happiest with the results. So this is my second time trying
It's not
to
too bad
learn
though.
the program, and I'm not going to give up this time.
I mean, it looks good.
Got my PSD sorted and loaded everything into Live 2D. It was time for me to start rigging. Just kidding. Why would I actually do any Live 2D rigging in this Live 2D rigging challenge video? It was actually time for me to start
Oh no.
my art
Oh
meshes.
no.
Now, originally,
Oh my
I was
god.
going to auto-mesh everything to save time, but after watching some of Kutata's videos, I learned some really cool techniques and shortcuts on making my own custom mesh for my model. Making my own custom mesh for certain parts was going to come in handy later on, as you'll see in the video. Plus, I don't know, there's just something therapeutic watching my VTuber get slowly swallowed into the void.
Oh my god.
Anyways, this also took longer than I was expecting
That's
because I
scary.
had to take some time studying the example file and taking notes to help better understand the concept of live 2D modeling.
Wait,
Ugh,
wait,
I
it's
know,
such a
right?
pretty model that
Studying?
she's doing
I
though.
actually studied in this challenge for you? Like, yes, I did. You know, did you know that when you connect 3 dots, you get a triangle? The smallest geometric unit that your computer can read.
Yeah?
And when you put them all together, you get this, and then you can do things like
Oh,
this. Anyways, it took me about 2 hours to finish this part, which means I'm already
I don't know
5
about all
hours
that.
into this challenge, and I haven't even started rigging my model yet. Why did I take so much time to set up everything before I actually started rigging? Well, because remember how I said making my own custom mesh with certain parts was going to come in handy later on? Well, I realized midway through
Oh
doing this
no, what'd she
challenge that not
do?
preparing your model correctly can cause stuff like this to happen. That's right. Welcome to
Oh
live 2D
god.
rigging.
Yeah, that actually happens a little bit to my model.
보면서
A
처리하기가
tiny bit.
좋아가지고
I
눈
will not
감고 뜨고 눈
mention where
벌리고
it happens because I
그거부터
don't
먼저
want anyone to
보여주시면
notice.
좋습니다. 개인적으로 추천드리는 순서고요.
So rigging the eye should be the easiest, right? Well, my eye looks a lot different than his, so it took me a little longer to get my eyes to look left and right, of course. Actually, I had to look up a lot of 90s anime references to get the general aesthetics right from my
Aw.
model, but thanks to this cool little time-saving
It's
tip
cute,
that Kazza
though.
showed me, I ended up saving a lot of time by not having to re-rig each left and right side. Now, there are some episodes I watched later on in this class that showed me more advanced techniques on rigging these elements, but I'm trying to get this done within 24 hours before my trial expires. And I wanted to get my eye and mouth rigging done as fast as possible because the next thing I had to rig that I really wasn't looking forward to were the face angles. No,
Yeah, I don't
that
blame you.
wasn't
That looks
me.
really difficult. Oh no, oh no.
I struggled so much on this part because I am so smooth-brained. You would think that rigging your face to look left and right would be simple, right? Wrong. It
Fuck
is
no.
literally the most difficult thing to rig correctly. I only had 17 hours left in this challenge. That's almost the halfway mark. And I obviously know I can't
That
have
is
my super
not almost
cool
the halfway mark.
high-end turn angles from my model because that does take a lot of time
5
and
hours is a
effort.
lot of
But even
time.
just doing a simple left and right turn took me almost 3 hours. You know, looking at all this, I think my biggest problem that I was having during this challenge was that I'm a literal perfectionist and I keep trying to make
Oh
everything
no.
look good the
Yeah,
first
that's a
time.
problem.
But then when I would go
That's a
check out my
problem.
model, it felt like I was treading into the uncanny valley. I
Oh
don't know.
no.
This took me so long,
That's so
and I
real
was
of her though.
getting really frustrated and hungry, so I ended up taking a break to get some boba. And I watched more of Kazata's videos and took more notes, and all of a sudden, I heard him saying this.
일단은 크게 먼저 작업을 해주시고 나중에
Best to
디테일을
focus on the
잡아주시는 게
big things
순서상
first
좋고요.
and then
At
add
first, I
details.
didn't really understand what
Oh.
this meant, but as I went on throughout this challenge, I realized how much of a foreshadowing this was because it ended up becoming the biggest lesson I learned in this entire class, which is stop being a perfectionist. Like, it's okay to want to make something look good, right? But it doesn't need to be perfect. And when I think about how much time I spent working on this part, you know, getting angry and upset at myself because I'm a complete beginner at Live 2D, it made me realize that I need to stop focusing so much
No, she's so real
on
for
the
that
minor
though.
details and actually
So
look at the
real.
bigger picture because when I exported the model just to test everything out in VTube Studio, you know, to make sure nothing was broken, the model actually looked really cool. And I
Oh,
actually
it's
didn't
really
work on any
cute
physics
though.
for it yet. So that kind of brightened my
It
mood
does
a bit.
look
I want to keep
it
going
does
and
look
working
really
on this
good
challenge to try to get some full
for a
body movements and
complete
physics done before the
brand
24
new
hour mark. Also, you know
YouTuber.
it's never
Or
good
not
to be sitting
YouTuber,
at your desk for
rigger.
extended periods of time, right? It can really affect your productivity and health. And I think that started happening to me because at one point, I literally just kept rewinding every couple of minutes in Kutata's video just to see how he specifically rigged certain parts. And thankfully, after so many corrections and rewatching Kutata's video over and over again, I was finally done rigging the face and stuff for my VTuber. So what's next?
Aw, she did it. Now you gotta
Finally,
do
something
the
that didn't take
body.
me an hour long. Honestly, the
And then you
body
have to
was
do the
pretty straightforward
fucking the
because I
mouth,
had a lot
the
of
worst
movements
part.
on my body. Okay, so get this. You know how so many live 2D modelers swear on Twitter that you need to separate the leg into 3 different parts to get nice leg movement? Well, as it turns out, you don't need to do all of that. So I just copied what Kutata's model looked like, and it only took me about 30 minutes to finish making all of the body movements I wanted. So now all that's left was physics. Now you can do a lot of cool things with physics, but honestly, who
Yay.
cares about any of that? Because
Oh
we
yeah,
all
true.
know the most important thing that everyone cares about, and that is how boing boing your VTubers boing boings are. If you guys know what I'm saying. So if I just focus on that, then
Oh
I'll get
no.
this challenge done. And no, well, as it turns out, you can't really do much with your VTubers booba if you don't have much booba to work with. So I guess I'll just go with
Yeah,
high
I
level physics
mean,
stuff
I could have
now.
told you
And at
that.
this point, after I finished some basic physics, I started getting really tired. You know, probably from all the lack of nutrition, from only consuming boba several hours ago. So I went to go make noms and ended the challenge at 13 hours because I needed my beauty sleep, as cat girls do. And the results? Well, you tell me how it looks.
Okay.
I think I did a pretty great job doing a basic rig myself within less than 24 hours. It's not the same quality as my current model, of course, but this was a really great chance for me to learn the fundamentals of Live 2D.
I want to get a VTube Limon to booba them. You should. Limon will have boobas.
And enhance my current knowledge of the program. Now that this challenge is finally over and I had more time to finish watching and studying the rest of the class material, I can safely say that a lot of the tutorials for Live 2D that I've watched here on YouTube are kind of mid. Like, don't get me wrong, they're all made by
True.
amazing Live 2D modelers, but I really struggled learning Live 2D for years because every tutorial I watched either lacked consistency, proper subtitling, or they weren't very beginner friendly. Like, a lot of the stuff you see here on YouTube is very nuanced, and unless if you're very familiar with the program, then a lot of the
Oh wait, the redesign don't show booba. Today is a sad day. I'm so sorry. I don't think you showed me the redesign though. I want to see that.
things that I tried learning just didn't make sense to my smooth brain. I think learning from others is so useful for improving your own creations. However, if you're smooth brain like me, then you probably struggle learning from others if it's not explained well enough. And I don't know, I felt like I actually learned a lot more about Live 2D and making VTuber models in this 13-hour class than the
Vertebrate
last 2 years I
models.
spent watching YouTube tutorials. Plus, it feels kind of nice to learn from someone who's an actual professional in the field. I often find myself struggling to stay motivated starting new projects like this because I'm not a professional. Like, I don't always know where to start things, and I don't know, I just feel like I'm always getting lost with so much
That's so
information
real
being poured
though.
into
That's
my
so
brain.
real.
Like, my head empty, okay? So I'm really thankful
Me
for Colossal
too.
for sponsoring today's video and letting me take this Live 2D class because now I feel a lot more confident in my abilities to take on big projects like this. I'm really proud of myself for
Aw.
getting this much work done on my VTuber model within 24 hours. It's not high quality, but who doesn't like a little scuff in their VTuber? So if you made it this far into the video, then congrats! You get a cookie, and if you'd like
Yay, a
to class with
cookie.
me, then you can click on the
Show
link
you
in
my
the
fat.
cards
Oh, I
down
don't
below,
remember.
and you can use code MARIUME to receive $30 off of your first order. Also, even if you aren't interested in Live 2D, Colossal has a ton of other courses for all different kinds of subjects like illustration, 3D modeling, pixel art, character concept creation, you name it. I remember when I first found out about Colossal from an artist YouTube channel named Ergo Josh, and
Okay,
I've tried
I get the idea. Okay, back to yapping. Let me get my stuff in the right spots. There we are. But yeah, I think that's really interesting. I think Live 2D is super interesting. Art is hard. Art of all sort is hard. I can't color very well. I can't draw very well. Like occasionally I can get like a decent sketch out, but it's hard. It's very rare that I get like an actual good piece or like a satisfying piece of art. I have to redo art like so many times to make something look good. To me anyway. I get super picky about how things look, and then I want to like redo them over and over and over again. It's bad. I lost where I was. Oh, I found it. But I used to do like a lot of art when I was like trying to make a game once upon a time in high school, but I did not finish that. I don't think I even got halfway. Like, it was hard. I sent it to you in Discord. Also, I agree with the art thing. That's why I'm having such a hard time with D&D drawings. Yeah, it's really, really hard. I'll start it and then like I don't like the way it looks, so I keep starting it back over, and then I get mad because I can't make it look right. That's why it takes me so long to like come out with these um designs that I was making, because it like not only do I have to like have the brain power to be able to come up with like new things to put in the design that like are unique, you know, but I also like have to be happy enough with my art to be able to show it to people and be like, yeah, this is the way that they look, because like it if I don't like how it looks, then I'll just keep restarting it, and then like I have to like so like I have to draw like the whole character first, and then I'll add details after. Um it's tough. It's really tough. Plus I struggle a lot with like clothing design. Like if I don't usually like add a whole bunch to it because like I'm super picky with it, and like I just brain empty. Had no thoughts. Um, like I'll like for my VTuber model, for example, like there's not a whole lot of details on the clothes. All of the like fancy new details are like in the hair or on the face and stuff like that. It's like based around like character design rather than clothing design, and clothing design is super hard for me to come up with unique things. I find it helps to have a chat with someone while designing things to get a different view on it. Yeah, that's true. I every time I make a design, I show it to my best friend to see if he has any ideas on like what I should improve, or if I should change anything or anything like that, you know, or if I should or shouldn't add something that I come up with like towards the end of it. Like I showed him my 2.0 model design, and dude, I'm so excited for that. But that's gonna have to wait until I have a lot more money than I do. I think after I move and I can finally like get a job, I can like finally work on saving towards that, because I haven't been able to save towards getting my lore video or my model. So like it's gonna take a while because I have a lot of other things I also need to pay. And I will be finally like having like half of the bills, so like I'll be paying for half of the rent and stuff too. But I'm really excited though. I'm super 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 excited to like finally work on like a debut and like new things for stream. I'm super super excited. It's crazy. I'm like stoked. I never have anyone to chat with. Very, very tragic. Fruit has no best friend. I'm sorry. But also like you don't need one person to like speak to all the time. You can like you can ask anyone pretty much. I just happen to ask my best friend because I talk to him the most. Or I'll ask Grail or like whomever, you know. But also, if you feel lonely, if you feel like you don't have a lot of friends, then I will tell you right now, if you start streaming, you will make a lot of friends. If you yap a lot and you like show confidence, that is the best way to make new friends, and streaming will do nothing but put you out there for people to see. I really, really, really encourage you to speak to people, to say hi in chat, come join streams, come say hi in streams. I mean, you already do that, but like, if you stream yourself, like people will congregate around you, and then you get to have friends. You get to have more friends than you did before, and you can finally like have a community that you belong to. It's really cool. Super super fun, in my opinion. I feel like Meme doesn't know that Sunday's not actually my favorite character. Well, he's my favorite Star Rail character. Did I do my Star Rail dailies? I don't remember. Wait, I gotta check. Oh, I just spilled oats in my chair. Oops. Um, wait, let me look. And I gotta look at this too. Wait, hang on. So much to look at. Wait, wait, hang on. Oh, hmm, that's good. What is this? Oh, I know what that is. Do, 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 do. Okay, there's that. What was I doing? I was checking Star Rail to see if I did my dailies. I can't stream. I have very bad pains. It makes it hard to do stuff like that sometimes. I can't even be energetic in D&D. I've been trying to stream, but it's been hard. No, I gotcha. It's okay if you like need to take breaks in it, or if you just have like short streams and then once you get the pains, you go sleep or walk or whatever you need to do. It you don't have to sit there and like stream for hours and hours on end. Just because Ducky does it doesn't mean you should do it. It's very possible for you to stream and like you can figure it out uh without having to do long hours all the time. I'm dying, my back is curling me. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, I forgot to do Forgotten Hall. Forgotten Hall? Yeah, it's forgotten. I forgore. Wait, let me I'm gonna set it on autoplay so it can do all its shit by itself. And go back to yapping. First we put Castris, Tribby, and RMC. Nope, not Topaz. That's not who I'm clicking. Not Sparkle. Hyacinth on this team, and then on the other team is Aglaya. Sunday Robin. Actually, I'll put Robin Sunday because the lineup numbers matter to me for some reason. And then Lingsha. There we go. I need a doctor. You can say doctor, it's okay. Yeah. Have you not been to the doctor recently? Or is it just like it doesn't help enough? Because I've had that happen. I used to have chronic headaches that would not go away no matter what we medicated it with. Um, would not like the only thing I could do that would help is sleep if it like lasted long enough. Nope, doctors don't help. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much what happened to me too. Like it's if you have chronic pain that like can't be explained or can't be medicated, then doctors just can't do anything and it's terrible. It feels horrible to like not be able to do anything about it. I don't know. It sucks. It sucks majorly. Um, I wrote about my favorite movie. My favorite movie is Everything Everywhere All at Once. I don't know if you've seen that, Citrus, but it's so good. It's so good. I love that movie. I've watched it like a bajillion times. I make all of my friends watch it. I also make all of my friends watch Madoka, but it's so good. It's about like IRL movie. I say School of Rock. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. I bet Grell has a cure in his years of traveling the earth. Yeah, Grell is like an apothecary. Oh, long since traveled. um, yeah. It's about like an Asian family and like moving past generational trauma and breaking the cycle of generational trauma. And like it's so powerful. It has a lot of messages actually. But like it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. I haven't watched it in a while. I need to rewatch it here soon. Thank you for the head pats. Yay. What is this ping? This was them. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah. You did show me. Yeah, it looks cool. They look cool. They look neat. I like the. I don't know what they are on their tail, but like the ring thingies, they kind of look like bananas or onion rings. This laugh, God level. No. Onion rings on the tail. They have lots of rings on their finger too. One for every hatoful boyfriend. Stop lying. I'm not lying. Yes, very onion. Onion. Very onion. Let's switch those teams. I'm doing more of Forgotten Hall before I forget to do it, which is inevitable. There we are. What do you mean I'm lying? I never lie. I'm never lying in chat. I'm always Pumbaa. You say no, that's wrong. It's not wrong. I've been too lazy to really draw a character reference. No, you're good. I still have not drawn a character reference of Jelly. I don't know. It's I hate drawing character refs. Well, technically I do have the character ref from before, but it's really ugly. So I want to commission a character reference at some point, but I think I'll just do that for future designs if I can get enough money together for them, because they're really expensive. They are expensive. I'm gonna sit up now. Hang on. Oh, there we go. My back feels better now. What are your guys' favorite real life shows? Not animes, but like regular shows. I would say cartoons count though, because I just don't really consider it an anime. Better Call Saul. I've heard that one's pretty good, but I haven't seen it. My favorite is I'm not sure. I did really like Game of Thrones originally, but I didn't watch season 8, but I heard that it was really bad, so I never watched it. And then I heard about what happened in it, and I was like, yeah, that sucks. They're right. The ending sucked. So it simply does not exist as far as I'm concerned. um, um, I don't even know what other ones do I like. I'm not huge on live action shows, but Breaking Bad was really good. I never watched Better Call Saul. Um, ugh, I watched Walking Dead for quite a while, and by quite a while I mean like the first couple seasons when they came out. I didn't watch past that. Um, that was really good. Although it was interesting, I started with season 2 and then I watched season 1 and then season 3. And then I stopped after season 3. Because all of my favorite characters were dead. Breaking Bad, yeah, very good. Yeah. I never like finished it, but it was really good. Let me get this fight started. We're almost done with Forgotten Hall. Or I'm almost done with Forgotten Hall. There we go. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not huge on it. I used to play like a lot of older RPG Maker games though. I played a ton of them. I replayed Witch's House I don't know how many times. I loved those games. I played Ebe, if anybody has heard of that. Probably not. They were just really obscure old Japanese RPG Maker games. But like some of them were really good. Really good for like little indie like sprite games, or I don't know what to call them, like 16-bit, I guess. But they didn't have to be 16-bit. I don't know even know. I don't know what to call them. Like little RPGs, JRPGs. mm, Markiplier used to play those. That was actually how I found out about Markiplier. I think. No, I think I knew about Markiplier before, but like that was what made me like him. But like that was before his FNAF videos. So back then he didn't have like a crazy high following like he does now. He wasn't rich beyond belief like he is now. I that was like long time ago, like the beginning of his FNAF videos, because I watched those. That was the only interaction I had with FNAF because um I didn't like jump scares. I still don't like jump scares. So I just like pretended I didn't see it. um but wait, let me start this fight. My throat is starting to ache from yapping so much already, and it's only been an hour and a half. But I've been trying to like talk the whole time and not like leave a whole bunch of dead empty space in my stream like I normally do. I'm trying to yap and yap and yap, and it's really hard. It's really hard. um I'm gonna finish off this list of things to talk about, and then I think I will end stream and stream again tomorrow when we start D&D, or whenever I'm ready, whenever I'm up to it. Or I might, who knows, stream again later today. Who knows? It really depends on uh how I feel. If I can come up with another whole list of things to yap about. But what's everyone's favorite food? Mine is crepes. I like crepes. They're really yummy. I love sweet foods, and crepes are like usually sweet, or I think they're pretty much always sweet. I'm not sure. I've only had them like a handful of times because like they're expensive. They're so expensive, but they're so good though. I love them. Maybe I'll make pancakes later. I don't know. But yeah, I'm a big crepe fan. I like sweets in general. I like ice cream and donuts and brownies and whatever. I'm big on sweets. Big sweets guy. I really, really, really like sweet drinks most of all. If can have like a sweet coffee, or like like a frapper, or like a milkshake or something, especially if it's like something that's not gonna make me feel like I've had so much sugar in my mouth, like I need to like wash it down. Then I really love like teas, sweet teas, or like smoothies or whatever. I'm big on coffee. I'm a big coffee guy. I used to be a barista. I used to work at Starbucks, and my mom had her own coffee shop. And she roasted at that coffee shop. I would roast with her. Um, it was pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's been a long time since then. She's since closed down her coffee shop, unfortunately, but I used to run it essentially because she was never there. I would essentially be the only employee that was there all day long, every day. Um, Occasionally, my little sister would come in, or my mom's other employee that was 14 would come in, but it was pretty rare. It was mostly just me. I was there all day long, every day. It was horrible. Because I wouldn't even really get paid. Like she would like refuse to pay me until weeks and weeks or months and months later. She still owes me $200, but I just decided to let it go instead of trying to press her about it, you know. Mhm. What's the most disturbing movie that we've ever seen? Because I was watching like a list, like an iceberg list of disturbing movies last night. It like made me really paranoid to like get up, but for some reason I was fine laying in bed. But it was like talking about like Solo and like all the stuff that like people have been put on trial for or whatever, or investigated for because like they thought it was snuff films or whatever. But I've never really watched any like super disturbing movies. Um, I don't um I don't really watch like disturbing movies. I don't watch horror movies in general usually. Welcome back, Grail. Yay, Grail resurgence. I was just talking about how my throat hurts from yapping so much. I've been yapping nonstop all stream. Been trying to anyway. Um, but I'm done with my list. So now I don't know what to talk about. Oh, actually, I do have one more thing on here that I forgot to I just like glanced over it. I was talking about where I was writing about thank you for the hydrate. Ah, there we go. Thank you. But I was writing about how when I was 19, this guy like messaged me on Facebook, and it was weird. Like I had never spoken to him before. I guess he was on my friends list. Though I had never spoken to him. And it was he said, "Wow, you look delicious." Like I sent it to my friend, and he was like, "Why did he talk about you like you're a pizza?" And I was like, this is weird. I can't. I don't think I even responded to him. I think he just was like, "I would eat you up," something like that. It was crazy, and I didn't respond. But what I did do was I went on his profile and I looked talking like you're Lucky Charms the fuck. Literally. um I went to his profile and I found his relationship status, and I went to his girlfriend and I messaged her and took screenshots of what he said, and I was like, "This is your boyfriend." It was not very nice. She didn't even respond. She just thumbs up me, and then the next day I found out they were not a couple anymore. I was like, "Yep, deserved." It was weird. It's weird. Dude deserved it. Exactly. It's so weird to just like go to people's profiles and like send them shit like that. He was like really old too. BRB again. Okay, no worries. He was like really old. He was like I think like probably 60s, 70s. And I was 19. I was like, "Oh, I'm not having this. I'm not dealing with this shit." It was crazy. But I think I will send you guys off to somebody. I've yapped so much this stream. I'm not planning for it to be a long stream. I just wanted to yap and yap and yap about whatever. I felt really what's the word? Like hopeful, I guess, about like uh just yapping. Just yapping, just talking the whole time. Um let me Okay, I know who to raid. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me. If you haven't already, please join the Discord. Follow the socials. It's the best place to find out when I go live because I always announce it there on Discord, not on the socials. I try to on the socials, but I don't like do it every time. Oh, my model's stuck. There we go. My iPad was like falling down some. I will see you guys tomorrow for sure. Maybe later today if I feel like streaming again. But I'm gonna give my throat a little time to not hurt from yapping so much. I gotta get used to like strengthen my throat muscles because I don't usually talk a lot. um, so yeah, I will see you guys later. Bye bye. See you next time.